Hello everyone, good morning to all of you. Welcome again in another problem solving session. Today we are going to solve important MCQs from the mathematics of class 8 from the chapter Quadrilaterals. So let us start with important multiple choice question. First question is the opposite sides of a parallelogram are of dash length. We know the opposite pair of sides are equal and parallel. So the correct option is here C. C is the correct option. So the opposite sides of a parallelogram are of equal length. Next, in the quadrilateral ABCD, diagonals AC and BD are equal and the perpendicular to each other. If the diagonal of a quadrilateral are equal, then we know that it must be a rectangle. If it is rectangle, then all the angles are equal. All the angles of the quadrilateral ABCD will be equal. So ABCD, the all angles of ABCD will be equal. That is equal means 90-degree right angle. All angle is right angle, and again perpendicular to each other by diagonals are perpendicular to each other. So where the diagonals are perpendicular, we know in a rhombus the perpendicular are always the diagonals are always perpendicular to each other. If it is rhombus, if ABCD is a rhombus, then its diagonal will be perpendicular to each other. So we know the rhombus, in a rhombus all sides are equal. All sides are equal. First we have found all angles are equal. Since its diagonal are equal, so all angles are equal, and since the diagonals perpendicular to each other, so it is rhombus, and all sides of rhombus are equal. Rhombus equal, equal side equal, angle equal, angle equal means right angle. All angles are right angles. All angle right angle and all side equal. So it is a square. We know square, all sides of square are equal and all angles of square are right angle. That is all angles are equal. So this is a uh, square. Correct option is square. It is not true. Parallelogram is not true. Trapezium not true. Rhombus is not true, because the diagonals of rhombus are not equal. The trapezium, we have not any result that the trapezium, the diagonals of trapezium are equal. There is no such result or properties of trapezium, and there is no such property that the diagonals of trapezium is perpendicular. We have not found such properties. And parallelogram, we also found there is no property for parallelogram where diagonals are equal and diagonals by perpendicular to each other. Next, for now, if ABCD is an isosceles trapezium, let us draw an isosceles trapezium. Let us draw here. Sorry, let us draw here isosceles trapezium. We know the definition of isosceles trapezium. A isosceles trapezium which has a trapezium which has two non-parallel sides are equal length. These are two non-parallel lines, and these sides and these sides are non-parallel lines, and it is isosceles trapezium. So these two sides are equal, are of equal length. Here the name. Let me name this trapezium A, B, B, C, and D. This is the trapezium ABCD. Okay. Next, these two sides are equal. If we extend these two sides, BC and AD, if we extend these two sides will intersect each other at a point, at some point. Okay. Let it intersect at point O. Now, since OD and OC are of equal length, that is the bigger triangle. This bigger triangle has been an isosceles triangle because OD and OC are of equal length. Since it is isosceles triangle and OD and OC are of equal length, the we know opposite angle of the equal sides are of equal measure. Right. Now this angle is the opposite angle of this side OC, and this angle is opposite side of this opposite angle of this side OD. We know we know the opposite angle of equal side are of equal measure, so these two angle will be equal, and the question is asked here, the measure of angle C is equal to measure of angle C equal to measure of angle D. So the correct option is option C, and angle D is equal to angle C. Next problem: which of the following is true for the adjacent angle of a parallelogram? We know the property of a parallelogram. The adjacent angle are always supplementary. Adjacent angle are supplementary angles. The correct option will be option C. The adjacent angle are supplementary angles. Next, state the name of the polygon of six sides. We know a polygon with six-sided polygon is called hexagon. So correct option is B. Next, the diagonal of a rectangle is 10 centimeter and its breadth is 6 centimeter. What is the length? 6 centimeter. Okay. Now let us draw a rectangle. Let it is sorry. Let this be a rectangle. Okay, the diagonals of rectangle is 10 centimeter. Let's draw a diagonal. Mm, let this is be a diagonal. Since the rectangle, all angle of rectangle are right angle. Here it is right angle. This is also right angle. Right angle. Right angle. All the angles of the rectangle are right angle. Okay. Okay. Diagonals is 10 centimeter. This is the diagonal. Its diagonal is 10 centimeter. 10 centimeter. 10 centimeter. And its breadth is 6 centimeter. Here it is breadth. Okay. Then the question asks us to find the measure of length. This is the length. We have to find out this measure of length. So here it is this this let us name A B B C and D is the ABCD is the rectangle. Now ABD is a right angle triangle. It is clear from the figure, it is a right angle triangle. Since it is a rectangle and its angle is right angle, so side opposite to right angle is hypotenuse. This is working as a hypotenuse. This BD is a hypotenuse. The length of hypotenuse is 10 centimeter, and breadth, this is breadth. We can say this is as perpendicular perpendicular of the right angle triangle, and length is working as base of the right angle triangle. So we know the Pythagoras property that the sum of sum of two sides of a right angle, sum of two legs, two legs. This is sum of sum of yeah, base and perpendicular, sum of the sum of the square of base and perpendicular is equal to the is equal to the square of the hypotenuse, is equal to the square of the hypotenuse. This is that is have that is p perpendicular square, p square plus 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 uh, base b for base, perpendicular square plus base square equal to hypotenuse square of hypotenuse, h for hypotenuse, h square h square, perpendicular square base square equal to hypotenuse square. It is the Pythagoras property. So we have the measure of hypotenuse and measure of perpendicular. We have to find the base means AB, length of AB. AB is the length of rectangle ABCD. So P square means 6 square, 6 square equal to 36, and h square means 10, 10 square, 10 square equal to 100, 100 square minus we have to find base, base that is base square. We are going to find out base square equal to, this is h square means 10, 10 square means 100, 100, 100 and minus p square, p means 6, perpendicular is 6, so 6 square equal to 36, 36, 36. So the difference will be 64, b square equal to 64, 64, 64. We have found out b square. Now we require only b equal to 8 square, b square equal to 8 square, 64 is equal to 64, 64 is equal to, we can write 64 as 8 square, 8 is the 68, so we can write 8 square. Now we require the value of only b, not b square. So b square equal to 8 square, then what will be b equal to 8. So the correct option will be, this is the correct option. The perimeter of a parallelogram is 180 centimeter. If one side is exceeds the other by 10 centimeter, what are the sides of the parallelogram? Here you can see that, you can see only this option will be correct, other will not be correct. This we can, without solving this problem, we can easily say that this option is correct. Here in the second, it is not, both sides are 45, but here it is said that one side is greater than the other by 10 centimeters, so it is not, it will not be true. Here this option, in this option one side is greater than other by 5, only 5 centimeter. Here both side equal, that is 50. In this problem, in this option, one side is greater than other side by 10 centimeter, so this option is correct. Okay, question number 8. A dash is both equiangular and equilateral. Which is the which polygon is equiangular, means all angle equals, and equilateral means all side equal. We know the definition of regular polygon. In the regular polygon, all sides and all angle are equal, so the correct option will be a regular polygon. Which of the following quadrilateral has two pair of adjacent sides equal? Two pair of adjacent sides are equal. We know the definition of kite, where in the definition of kite, we found that the two adjacent sides are equal. In the property of the kite, we have seen that diagonals intersect each other at right angle. So this correct option will be kite. Which one of the following is a regular quadrilateral? Regular quadrilateral means all side and all angle should be equal. So square has all side and all angle equal. So the correct option is okay. What do you call a parallelogram which has equal diagonal? We know that when a quadrilateral has equal diagonal, it is a rectangle. So parallelogram which has two equal diagonals, so it will be a rectangle. Rectangle has two diagonals equal. The sides of a pentagon are produced in order. Which of the following is the sum of the exterior? We always know that the sum of the exterior angle of any polygon is 360. You can easily say that the correct option is D. 360 is the correct option. In a in a square ABCD, the diagonals bisected or what type of a triangle is A or D? Let us draw a square. That this is a square. Figure is not properly drawing. Okay. Let it be square. We know that the square has all side equal and all angle right angle, and diagonal bisect each other perpendicular, that is bisect all both the diagonal equal, and both the four portion are equal to each other. This is equal to this and this. Four portion of the four part of the diagonal are also equal, and here it makes a right angle, that is the diagonal bisect each other at right angle, and here it is O by O, A, A, B, 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 C, D, D. Now, the question asked us AOB is what type of triangle? Here, these two sides are equal. This side AO and BO are equal, and between AO and BO, the included angle is right angle. This is right angle, so one right angle and two equal sides. It is an isosceles triangle, and other way we can say it is a right angle triangle. So combining these two facts, we can say that it is an isosceles right angle triangle. So the correct option is which of the parallelogram has all sides equal and diagonal bisect each other at right angle? We know rhombus is also a parallelogram, and all sides of rhombus are of equal length, and the diagonal bisect each other at right angle. So the correct option is rhombus. Square is also correct. Square is also a parallelogram. Its diagonal bisect each other, and it's bisect each other at right angle. But rhombus has the rhombus is the greater family of the quadrilateral. So first preference will get rhombus. Rhombus will get first preference. So rhombus is the greater family of quadrilateral. All rhombus are all square are rhombus. Every square lies in the family of uh, rhombus. Every square lies in the family of rhombus. So if we say rhombus, in this option, square will be included. If we choose this option, the rhombus will be excluded from the square. Every square is not rhombus. So every square is rhombus, but every rhombus is not square. This is why we have chosen the correct option C. A diagonal of a rectangle is inclined to one side of the rectangle at 25 degree. Let us draw a rectangle. Let this is be a rectangle, rectangle. And the question said that one diagonal is inclined to a side of the quadrilateral at an angle 25 degree. 25 degree. This angle is 25 degree. If this angle is 25 degree, then this angle will also 25 degree. This is also 25 degree. 25 degree. 25. 25. Okay, then now let us draw another diagonal. Okay. The question is diagonal of a parallelogram is inclined to one side of the rectangular triangle. What is the measure of the acute angle between the diagonals? Between the acute angle. Acute angles means this angle is acute. Clearly these two angles are obtuse. This is a obtuse angle. That is, this angle is greater than 90 degree. These two are vertically opposite and these two are not acute angle. Here this angle is acute. If this angle is 25, then what will happen to this angle? Since this angle is 25 and it is a rectangle, all the parts of four part of the diagonal, that is this part, this part, this part, and this part are of equal length, okay. Then if these part and this part are of equal length, then this is a rectangle, triangle. Here it is, let us O. This point is O. We have denoted this point, and if this point is A and this point is B, now A AOB is a isosceles. AOB is an isosceles triangle. AOB is an isosceles triangle, and if we know the opposite angle of two equal sides of an isosceles triangle are also equal, that is, opposite sides of this side, opposite angle of this side is 25, and opposite side of this angle is this. So this will also 25, 25. 25, 25, 25. Okay, now see here, this angle this angle is the exterior angle of the triangle AOB, and we know that sum of two remote angle means sum of two interior angle of a triangle is equal to the exterior angle of the triangle. This is the exterior angle, and these are two remote interior angle. Sum of this is equal to this angle. So sum of these two angles is 50. So this angle will also equal to 50. 50. So the correct option is C. 50 is the correct answer. The dash of a rhombus are perpendicular bisector of one another. Perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector. Diagonal of a rhombus are perpendicular bisector to one another. We know it is the property of rhombus. Next, ABCD is a parallelogram. The angle bisector of A and D meet at O. What is the measure of angle AOD? ABCD is a parallelogram. Let us draw a angle, angle parallelogram. Let it be a parallelogram. Angle bisector of ABCD, let us denote A B C D A B C D A B C D. And angle bisector means angle bisector meet at point O. Angle bisector, let us draw the bisector of this angle. Bisector means the line which bisect each other, bisect into two equal parts. These and this angle are equal, and from the point D and from in at angle A, the bisect this is the bisector meet at point O, meet at point O, meet at point O. This is also a bisector, and these two angles are equal. This angle and this angle is also equal. This angle and this angle is also equal. The question asked us to find out the angle measure of AOD. AOD. Where is AOD? AOD. This angle. To find out this angle. This angle. We know the two adjacent angle of a parallelogram are of supplementary, and supplementary, that is 180. Sum of the angle AOA and angle greater angle D is 180, but here it is half of or half in the triangle AOD. AOD, this angle is the half of the angle A, and this angle is half of the angle D, but A plus D equal to 180, and half of A and half of D will be equal to 90 degree. These two angles are 90 degrees, so this angle should be 90 degree, also 90 degree. So 290, if we add to sum of 290 is 180. So this is a triangle, so the sum of the anterior angle of the triangle should be 180, and this angle should be 90 degree. So the correct option is B, 90. Angle measure of AOD is 90 degree. Next, sum of the measure of the three angles of a triangle is 180. It is known to us from class 6. How many diagonals does a rectangle have? It is also known to us very easy. This is correct option A. Only two diagonals are there in a rectangle. Which of the following quadrilateral has two pair of adjacent sides equal and diagonals intersecting at right angles? This is also kite. 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 We find the definition of we have found the definition of kite there. In the definition of kite, two adjacent sides equal length, and in the property of kite we have found that there one diagonal intersect another at right angle. Thank you for watching the video. Let me finish here.